Hey, what's up, gamer? Skelemystyk. I am here today. Once again, I'm in the pet pavilion, and I'm finding myself making a video that I don't want to make about a subject that I don't really want to make it about. But just like last time, I feel that my making this video is necessary to set things right, to get the proper information out there, to make sure that all of you as a community have the best information that you can have to make the best decisions about your game and about your play that you can have. Now, as you may have guessed from my tone of voice, my somewhat tired tone of voice, this video is, at least in part, about Heather the Wizard. And I know you saw the title there about Heather and drama in the pet pavilion. And the reason I say that is I can't entirely be sure that what I'm going to talk about here, I can't entirely be sure that the video that she's made isn't based in some kind of unnecessary drama and or hype to get views to the channel. Now, I'm going to assume that that's not the case. It seems like it is on the face of it, because it does seem like as long as she has been making videos and as long as she's been pet training and as long as she's been playing Wizard101 that she would know better. But again, I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt here. She's going to say that I'm bullying her, and she's going to say that I'm hating on her, and and all of her fans are going to come over here and give me trouble about it. But I've got to say this piece so that you guys have the proper information. What this is about is the video that she made a couple of days ago, training the bunny mallow pets. In that video, she seemed surprised about the talents that the bunnies started with, or not the talents, the amount of stats that the bunnies started with, the 90s that the bunnies start with, plus the 85 power. She seemed amazed about that, and she went on throughout the video about all the selfish talents that they got and how those selfish talents can be used to raise your resistance to 99% to all schools. Folks, whether she meant it as drama and view catching or whether she honestly didn't know, I can't say. I have my own opinions, but again, one more time, let's give the benefit of the doubt that she didn't know. That information is completely incorrect. Now, it is true, selfish talents will help you raise your other stats. If you have resistance, for instance, say you have a 9 spell proof and you have some selfish talents that raise your stats up a little bit, it will give you a 10 or even 11 spell proof. For instance, you know what, let me click on my regular stuff here and you can look at Lady Shadow. Lady Shadow has no selfish talents other than the jewel that I put on her, but she has these stats: 320, 250, 260, 250, and 250. Now, she has extra strength due to, here, let's see if I can click on here. There. She has extra strength due to that mighty pet jewel that I have on her. So she has plus 65 max to her strength. Otherwise, she has the same stats that what is considered to be a max stat natural pet, in other words, the armament pets that you get from PvP, will have. Okay? I don't know if you noticed it or not, but she has an 11 spell proof and a 7 pain giver, which means that these have been raised up 1 point and sometimes 2 points more than you'll naturally get because she has such high stats. However, the possibility of getting a 99% universal resist pet to all schools, it's not possible. It is not possible in our current game mechanics to get a pet that gives you 99% universal resist, no matter what selfish talents you get. Okay, you cannot raise a pet to that height with any combination of selfish talents. I don't want you guys going in there and burning up a bunch of pet energy, maybe buying a bunch of pet elixirs that you can't afford, and burning energy and burning potions and burning mega snacks to make a pet that she tells you that can exist, because it can't. It cannot exist. You cannot take a pet that has, say for instance, like that 350 strength that they had for in that selfish talent pet she was talking about. You cannot take that 350 and mix with another pet and have that new pet get a 350 strength. And unless that pet already had selfish talents. You can transfer selfish talents, but you cannot transfer stats. Okay, so even if you mix two pets together that have selfish talents, say you take two of those bunnies and they both have 350 strength and mix them together, you still can't get a pet that has a natural 350 strength. Okay, those stats don't raise until the pet actually manifests the selfish talent. Selfish talents do not transfer to other pets who don't have them. Well, okay, the selfish talents do transfer, but those stats do not transfer. That's more accurately what I want to say. You cannot transfer huge stats to another pet that doesn't naturally already have them. The maximum natural stats that you can get is, as you saw on the armament pets. And let me flash it up there again. I think it's 250, 250, 260, 260, and 250. Okay? That's what you get. That's the absolute most natural stats that you can get. You cannot take a pet that has selfish talents and has stats artificially raised and transfer those artificially raised stats to another pet. You cannot get or make a pet that has 99% resist to all schools universally. You cannot do it. This was given to you as true and proper information in that video. And even though there's a couple comments on that video already from established pet breeders, from people who run pet training groups on Facebook, who have trained thousands of pets, even though there are comments there saying that to the contrary, I'm going to add in here so that you guys know. Guys, that video is false. Whether it's false intentionally or whether it's false unintentionally, I can't say. And again, Heather, if you're watching this, I am not picking on you. I am not bullying you. I am not hating on you. You have just given some wrong information. And I feel that you, as your own self-proclaimed community leader, a lot of people will take that information to heart and they'll do things they shouldn't do based on it. So please, folks, please, I'm not trying to hate anybody. I'm trying to set the record straight. You cannot, one more time, you cannot make a pet that has 99% universal resist to all schools. It doesn't matter what combination you use. It doesn't matter what jewels you use. You cannot make a pet that has 99% universal resist. You cannot transfer artificially raised stats to another pet and then keep going. If you think about it logically, okay, if you had a pet that was off the bat had 99% resist to all schools and you added a couple pieces of gear, you would be immune to everything in the game. Because you can pick up gear easily. I mean, if you jade, oh my God, really. You could have 150 to 200% resist to everything in the game, which means you could walk through any boss, any mob in PvE without any damage, regardless of their pierce, because the highest pierces, that amount of resist would still resist all of that. Okay, King's Isle can't have that. Okay, they will not purposely put in the game a statistic that allows you to walk through the game unhurt, the entire game. Okay, just use your logic. It doesn't work that way. As broken as they have made PvP with various things, they will never put a pet in the game that allows people to resist damage from all schools in PvP. So, please, if you watch that video, by all means, enjoy it for the entertainment purposes, because that's what it's for, the entertainment of it. The facts in there are not correct. Okay, that's really all I want to say. I know by making this video, I'm going to take a lot of backlash. All the people that love Heather, and that's fine, they can love Heather if they want. All the people that love Heather are going to hate that I'm making this video, and I'm going to catch a bunch of hate for it. I wish I didn't have to, but I feel it's my responsibility as a YouTuber, as, well, if you guys feel I'm a community leader, then great. I don't feel that I am. I just make videos and try to give people information and do the best I can. It's up to you to decide whether I'm a community leader or not me. But I just had to bring this up to y'all's attention so that you wouldn't go and spend a bunch of crowns or do things you wouldn't ordinarily do trying to shoot for a Dream 4 pet that just can't happen. It can't. Now, don't take my word for this. By all means, do some research, look it up for yourselves, talk to some of the pet groups on Facebook, talk to some of the pet groups on Twitter, and ask them if it's possible to have a 99% universal resist pet to all schools. You'll see what I mean. All right, guys, thank you very much for checking this out. I hope it got your attention, and I really hope that it helped you out. All right? Until next time, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, a good heart smash, as well as subscribe and share. I would love to see more of you around here. Until next time, this is Skelemystyk reminding you, whatever else you do, always love the game. Peace! Hey, what's up, Skelemystyk? At last, with Live Realm here, I can finally give you a beta mega of the mini mimic pet. Look at this little bad boy right here. Tongue hanging out, teeth are sharpened and ready to go. This pet, as you already probably know, comes from the mimic boss that's